Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. So today we're talking about some affordable makeup products, and I mean like real affordable this time. So today we are going to be talking about best makeup products under $10. Now $10 can be a lot of money if you're thinking about like ordering a pizza. You're like, that's 2 pizzas at Little Caesars. But $10 for makeup products is pretty good price, especially since some things get ridiculously priced. So today we're talking about affordable things. I will leave them all linked down below for you in case you're willing to check them out. And this was inspired by 2 things that are not normally ever on sale, but you have to go to Ulta in order to find this deal that I found. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so I asked you on my community tab recently like which videos you wanted to see from me. I already did one of the alter ego palettes, which didn't get like as high as a ranking as I thought it would in that poll test, but I already did one of those things. I will also be doing the Animal Crossing video. This is one of my looks for that video I've already done, and this video of affordable products was gonna go out last week, but then I found another deal at Ulta in store and I was like, I have to add this, let me refilm the video, and that's what we're doing today. So this first 2 deals are from Smith & Colt, which is a high-end brand. I originally knew them for nail polish. They had the containers that were always bent and it was kind of odd and weird and I didn't understand it, but they have makeup products and they're sold in Ulta now. Now this sale is not online. I will still leave these products linked down below for you so you can see the reviews of them online if you want to. It's either good for your skin type or something, but I got the best deal at Ulta on these products. So you have to go in store for this deal, but the rest of these, like everything besides this brand, is $10 underpriced normally. So these are 2 things from Smith & Colt. This is their Smith & Colt Veiled Threat Weightless Micro Blurring Foundation. I am in the shade 110 Neutral. It is the foundation I'm wearing today. It's the foundation I wore like all last week. And then this is the thing I recently got, which is the Smith & Colt Glow Bright Radiance Boosting Primer. Now I saw this in the clearance section at Ulta when I was going to get something like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, it's like in the half off clearance section, so I was like, it's $42, so I'll pay like $20 for it. I wanted to try this brand, so I picked it up. I get to the register, this is $4, you guys. It's $4. It had 90% off clearance price for everything Smith & Colt that was in the clearance section. Like they redid stuff, so this was $4. I went ahead and bought, like when I went back and I got this, I went ahead and bought an extra one of these, as well as one for someone else. I gifted them because I loved the foundation when I tried it. I was like, this is the best $4 I ever spent on foundation. It's absolutely beautiful. So I would say it's totally worth the $42 price, original price, but I could not be more stoked about paying $4 for it, and I cannot stop wearing it. It has a nice satiny finish. It's really lovely on the skin. It is more of a light medium coverage. It is not light coverage where you're gonna see everything, but it's just medium enough to even my skin tone out and make me feel pretty good about it. Like honestly, it's just a 1.5 pumps all over my face, and then of course I use concealer under my eyes and stuff. But honestly, the only place on my face with concealer is under my eyes right now. Like you can tell there's a little bit of something on my skin, like discoloration down here and stuff. But for the most part, like it evened me out, makes me look really nice, and I really love this, and it wears pretty well too. It's not super matte and it's not super dewy. It's definitely more of a satin finish, but it's lovely and $4. And then this is the thing I had to refilm this video for because I picked this up too when I saw this and I went to get my extra one of this. And it is their primer. I just picked up their primer that was also in that section. I was like, I don't know how much it's gonna be. Got to the register, it was $3. And it's okay. Like it has a little bit of glitter in it, which I'm not super crazy about, but it doesn't get my hands super messy. It has a weird applicator thing, which is like a little droppy, and there's like a button under here. So I felt like that was weird. I didn't know how to use it at first, but it's okay. I wish it was a little more moisturizing, but for being a glow primer, it's fine. But I thought the $3 for it was a really good price for it. Like I would probably see this being like a $15, $20 primer, worth it. So $3 is a really good deal. $4, an amazing deal for this. So you guys, I will leave these linked down below, but they're not on sale on the website. They're only in sale in store on like their clearance section. They had every single shade of this, which is why it was so easy for me to pick up another one of these as a backup. They have every single shade, like I said, like from the lightest of lights to the darkest of darks. They have all of them and they're on sale. So go to your Ulta, wear a mask, pick this up if you see it on sale. Now let's move on to things that are affordable all the time. I just had to mention that good deal, you guys. I had to. I'm sorry. So the first thing is from Amazon. So these are from Beaky. These are called Beaky sponges. You get a 5-pack for $8.99 on Amazon. This is the sponge that I use most of the time for my makeup. I used to really go for Official Beauty Blenders, then I went to Real Techniques as my sponge, and for months and months and months now, it's been these Beaky sponges because it's 5 for $8.99, and if they get super worn away because I use them every single day and they like start to break down on me eventually, I can just replace them for super cheap. They come in a ton of different colors. I use the pink one usually. My pink one's super dirty, so I'll show you a clean one on camera today. But like, it's a great sponge. It has a good density to it. It does soak up a lot of water, so make sure you wring it out really well before you start using it. But it's nice. And honestly, it takes a really long time for them to start to break down on you a little bit. So I could say you can use them for the 3 months you're supposed to use them with no issue. And I like them a ton. So those are like the best beauty sponges right now for the price overall. Like, you can get a 4-pack at TJ Maxx for $11.99 of Real Techniques, but I can get 5 for $8.99 at Amazon and have it here the next day from those. So I like them a lot more, I think. I do like the flat end of a Real Techniques sponge more, but I don't mind it being round. Next up is from Colourpop, and I say this would go really well with the Smith & Co. foundation if you can find it on sale. Again, don't feel pressured to have to buy a $42 foundation, but if you see this section in like your clearance section of Ulta, definitely pick it up. It's like a great foundation for $4. But the great concealer that will go along with that is the Pretty Fresh Concealer from Colourpop. I've raved about this for a really long time since it came out. When it first came out, I fell in love. I'm in the shade Fair 10N. It is absolutely lovely. Now, it is more of a medium coverage. You can totally build it up. It is buildable. But if you're just covering like discoloration or a little bit of acne and stuff, it's a really good finish for it. It's not super matte or drying. It will crease on you if you don't set it or like let it stay for a second. Like, if you put it under your eyes, it will crease a little bit. But honestly, I set mine with powder. I never have a crease ever. So if you don't set your under eyes, maybe you wouldn't love it. But if you do, I think you'll absolutely love this concealer. It's like really good for the price, and it is $9. But you know, sometimes they have that 25% off sale on Colourpop's website lately, so you can get it for even less. Next up is the Makeup Revolution foundation stick, another product I've talked about for a really long time. Now, I finished one in my correct shade. It's like a fast base stick is the name of this foundation stick, by the way. I finished this in my own shade, and currently I have one in the shade F14, which is a really deep just foundation stick. It's great for a contour color for me. I think it's absolutely wonderful for that. As far as wearing it not as a contour, as your own foundation, I do find it more on the dewy side. It does break down after a few hours. You will see some breakup, but for the price, which is $9, set this foundation or do it in like the winter when it's a little more cold outside and your skin's not super oily. This foundation's amazing. Like, if you have dry skin like me, this is gonna be a wonderful foundation for you. If you have oily skin, it's gonna break down more on you. I'm not gonna be honest, but if you do have dry skin, I feel like it's a good solution. But oily skin, I might stay away from it. I have 2 more Colourpop products, so let's go ahead and talk about them really quickly. So the first thing is the Colourpop blushes. They have a ton of them. You know, Colourpop has a ton of stuff in every single color you could want. And they're always coming out with new ones, like 3 at a time. But the Colourpop blushes retail for $8. This was in the shade Shook to the Coral, which is really cute. It's kind of an orange with like a shimmeriness into it. It's not a super dewy blush or anything, but it has like a little bit of luminosity. It doesn't sit super flat on the skin. So this is why I chose this one to show today. Shook to the Coral is the color, like I said, but you can pick any of these colors. They have a ton of matte blushes. I chose one to show that wasn't just a matte blush. They have a ton of matte blushes, but I feel like these blushes are really good for the price. I can use them over and over again. Don't really see myself making a dent in them, so it's gonna be really hard to finish. So I definitely see myself getting my money's worth out of certain colors if I stick with it. Even though blushes I change around so much, honestly, that is kind of an issue. But overall, their blushes are a great deal, and I don't feel like someone needs to spend $30 on a blush to enjoy it. Like, you can get great pigmentation, a great color, great hue, great finish, everything like that for a blush for cheap. Like, don't get me wrong, the Cover FX blush duos are super expensive, and they're lovely. I mean, they are lovely, but I can't justify the price, I think, because like Colourpop blushes, Pixie blushes, e.l.f. blushes even, they have great pigmentation for a way cheaper price these days. So I would definitely say if you're going for blushes and you're starting a makeup collection, go for something cheap. You don't need to get something super high end. Other Colourpop thing is, of course, their eyeshadow palettes. I feel like we're all really familiar with their eyeshadow palettes. I do have Colourpop eyeshadow on today, and then also like their under $10 palettes. So these are their Love Struck collection, which are $10. So I did a whole video on these. I did a look with this one. I did a look with a purple one. I also showed a look I did with the gray one. So I tested every single one of these palettes, and they're really cute for $10. I do think it's a good mix of shades. There is a glitter in one of them, I believe, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but most of them don't have them, and it's really pretty finishes. So it's great for travel, great for compact stuff. They have neutral colors in these. They have a gray one, like I said, as well as this one, which are really good for work days and stuff. And they also have fun colors like a purple and a winey kind of pinky color too. So there's something for everybody in this collection, and for the price, it's really good, you guys. Really good. Like, I would way rather spend $10 on a Colourpop palette, even if it's less shades than I would like an Essence palette, because I've never really been impressed with Essence or e.l.f. even eyeshadow for the price. I feel like Colourpop really nails their formula. You don't get as many shades as you would in those other palettes, but it's really nice anyways, so I don't know. I love Colourpop, you guys. Like, I know I end up probably spending more money on Colourpop than I do a lot of other brands, and I'm always like, ooh, it's so affordable though. And then I end up hoarding makeup. Yeah. Oh, Colourpop's such a good deal. I could buy all of it, or I could just save my money and get something high-end one time that I probably use more. I don't know. All right, next up is something very affordable, and I've never tried their eyeshadows actually. Do they have eyeshadows? Let me know. But this is from Catrice. So Catrice is sold at Ulta. This is the Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. Really, to shake this up, it does get a lot of like sediments in the bottom of it, or like along the side, because I lay it flat like this. I see it on the bottom. So you make sure you, I mean, of course, shake all your setting sprays, but make sure you shake this one really well before using it. But it's a great affordable setting spray. I find that it keeps my makeup pretty good all day. It's not super, super wet where I feel like it's ruining my foundation, splotching it up. And it's not a super fine mist where I can't tell where I'm putting it. It's a really good spray. I was really impressed with this pump thing. Like, it's such a precise, very mechanical pump on it. I feel like, no, it doesn't taste good. I feel like the pump on this is absolutely fantastic and efficient. Sometimes you get this fine mist and like the spray has like a hairspray thing and it's, I don't know, not precise. This one's very crispy of a sprayer and I enjoy that a lot. Also, it does a good job and it doesn't smell terrible. Also, that Catrice spray retails for $8. Now to the most affordable option on this list of favorites here is from LA Girl. This is their Shockwave eyeliners. Now, LA Girl has a bunch of stuff. I don't really care for like their brow pencils or the brow powder things or anything like that, but their eyeliners are so good for the price and they come in tons of different colors. So this is the yellow one. It is called Screamin'. This retails for $4.49. It is a great yellow eyeliner for that option. You do kind of have to sharpen it. It does get dull pretty fast and you kind of lose some of the products in here if you don't sharpen it correctly. I have all of their colors except I think one. I think I'm missing one out of the Shockwave collection, but I hoarded all the rest of them. You can find them at Ulta. They have other eyeliners as well that aren't bright neons, and they're pretty good for the price, but the Shockwave ones are absolutely the best for the money, and if you ever need a colorful liner, this is the way to go. Like, don't spend $21 on an Urban Decay liner for a color you might not use all the time. Go ahead and get it in the $4 version and put it in there. These are better than Colourpop liners. Even though I do love Colourpop, these are better as far as sticking in the waterline, especially if you have really sensitive eyes like me. Because water just doesn't, like, the watery eyiness does not keep color in there very long, but these stick more than like Colourpop liners. Alright, so this last thing I do have to repurchase because it did dry out on me. I did have this for several months before it dried out on me, so just be warned, it does last for quite a while and I feel like I got my money's worth out of it, but it will dry up over time. You can, of course, add a drop of Vaseline to something like this to bring it back to life for a little bit, but it's not going to last forever. People always give me crap when I say add Visine to stuff, like your liquid lipstick's drying out, add 1 drop of Vaseline, or not Vaseline, Visine, stir it up in there, it'll come back to life. People always give me crap about adding Visine to stuff. They're like, it'll give you diarrhea. You're not drinking a bucket of why do I keep saying Vaseline? You're not drinking a bucket of Visine. That's how much it would take to give you diarrhea. Okay. Visine just helps bring things back to life and it's moisturizing, so it works for liquid shadows like this one from e.l.f., which I'm talking about today, and it works for liquid lipsticks too. Just, you know, people are always paranoid about stuff, but this is the e.l.f. Disco Queen liquid eyeshadow. Liquid eyeshadows in general are really pretty, but I wanted something silver with sparklies and different hues in it, so this is the color that I picked up a while back. I want to buy another one, but it had it at Target the other day when I was looking for a replacement, but this retails for $5, so it is like the second most affordable thing on this list, but overall it is a great liquid eyeshadow. I mean, I can try to scrape some out and show you the color of it here, but it's really pretty and icy, and I wouldn't put this on my lid really high up in my crease because it might crease on me, but I really put liquid shadows right underneath here to add some brightness to my lid, or a little bit in the inner corner and stuff. I put it on my lid, but I wouldn't put it in the crease because again, creasing and stuff, but it's a fantastic liquid eyeshadow for the price. I like the little wand on it. And like the colors, they're so cute. They have a gold one too, which I really think is nice. So for $5, these are awesome. Also, if you're looking for affordable liquid eyeshadows, you want something more on the glittery end, like where I have glitter under here today, which is very minimal, but you can kind of see it when I hit the light. I would definitely suggest going on Amazon, picking up the W7 liquid eyeliners. The liquid eyeliners just are like glitters on a stick, and it's pretty good. Like, one I would not recommend, even though I really enjoyed it and I used it all the way up, for affordable liquid shadows is the one from Profusion. They have a glitter eyeliner, which you can use as a liquid shadow. Glitter eyeliners do work really well as liquid shadows, but that one dries up really quickly. But it is pretty colors, so I would recommend W7 or L for liquid shadows for affordable price, or liquid eyeliners for an affordable price. I would not recommend probably Profusion for it, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't down below. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great and safe day out there wherever you are.